Hi, I'm George Nordhaus, and welcome to Monday Morning. We are going to introduce something to you today that our industry has needed for many, many years and hasn't done it. The title of Monday Morning is, Do Product Knowledge Videos Work? And we know they do. And we'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah. But how about product selling videos? They work? Oh boy. Yes, 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 yes. They're new, and you're going to hear about it. This, I think, is the idea that will change forever the selling of specialty insurance products. So hold on to your hat, because you're going to be the first people to have heard about this new, uh, I don't know, new idea, new tool in the industry. And it's a great thing, a way to get it started. So let's just take a step back. You know, and I know, I guess we all know, obviously, what's going on with the Geicos of the world and all that, the Walmarts and Progressives, and oh my gosh, it's just amazing stuff. This stuff's happened. So I'm not going to go back over that again. I mean, you've been there and done that. Even military veterans now with IBM Watson, you buy insurance from. It's just, you know what it is. So I'm not going to beat on it. But I think this is a good one too. This is, where does all this competition leave the local independent insurance agent? Well, not so good. Pretty tough. Personalized, commoditized, and also now starting on commercial lines. Well, so I guess the major factor is here, what are we going to do about this? How can we compete against these guys with the millions and billions of dollars? It isn't easy, and it's been bothering me for a long, long time. But when I saw that the major investment firm, Conning, is predicting that 56% of all insurance premiums this year, and from now on even higher, will be for specialty coverages over and above the regular coverages we use daily, you know, automobile, homeowners, commercial lines, and all that sort of thing. Conning just blew my mind. And then I had, of course, been working for many years with Rough Notes, and they have the insurance marketplace system, which is offering access to over 700 specialty coverages and programs. You probably know about it. You fill in your whatever you're looking for, the category and state, and click, on it comes, and here's all your general agents, wholesalers, and so forth. Well, we call them SMPs, as you know. Well, when I saw those things, and all of a sudden I put them together, and Shazam, we began to build Monday Morning Markets. Now, I have to take a step back and show you what this is. A lot of you have known it already, but I want to just show you quickly what is Monday Morning Markets. Well, Monday Morning Markets is the primary source for retail agents to connect and sell with producers of specialty insurance coverages. And it is totally free to agents. And I keep mentioning that because this is very important to what we're doing now. So you can see Monday Morning Markets online, of course, all you want to, but Monday Morning Markets reaches out to two major bases, really, retail and insurance wholesalers, MGAs, GAs, program managers, whatever you want to call them. We call them SMPs, specialty markets providers. So all of a sudden, the retail agencies, and that's probably you, are going to be connecting with the SMPs, and of which there are many, and in a different kind of a way, a very positive kind of way that's going to make MMM the primary source for agencies to understand and sell, and that's important, and sell specialty markets and programs. We then have this system, lets the agency, you, inform the world about your ability over and above the regular coverages, and we'll talk about that in a minute too. One of the things that I always felt, and lately even a lot more, is the fact that to get the message across, we've got to do something more. And then I realize that it's seeing and hearing together is just more effective than just seeing or just hearing. And I think we all know that. And I saw an article yesterday, are you ready for this, which said that Facebook claims that they will, by the year 2020, have 85% of the information on Facebook in visual form, in video form, okay? And video, incidentally, is a big word. It covers a lot of different things, but it covers not only the videos with the, like TV or whatever, but also voiceover visual, anything like that. That's called a video. So I I just thought, well, boy, we're gonna do something about this. We're gonna we're gonna educate the retail insurance professionals. We're going to do videos, and the videos not for the agents so much, but it is for the agents to use on their websites. Here is we call them product knowledge videos. Here's one. You're going to be hearing from the sales manager of Landy in just a minute. This is a really good general agency over east in Massachusetts. But at any rate, they go all over the country. And so we came out and together we put out the product knowledge video, and that's what it's going to look like. Well, what's it going to look like on agency sites? Here's one. This is Holden Agency up in Vermont. They've done a fantastic job on it. I can't show you their homepage now. If you saw their homepage, you'd realize they really emphasize this. And they talk about specialties. Click there, and then you get on the agency website. And here is the specialties. We're going to be talking about accountants' professional liability. There it is, right there. And there'll be many, many more. We hope that eventually there'll be in hundreds of those. Why? Because agents are then going to be able to tell prospects, customers and clients and so forth, go in here and listen to these videos, these product knowledge videos. These are not 2 or 3 minutes. Most of them are 10, 15, 20 minutes, but they really cover what's in that particular package, and it makes it a lot easier on the agent to sell. There are 700 coverages or so in Rethnote's marketplace, and more programs are coming. Cyber liability, for example. Boy, is that hot. How can the SMPs get the word across to the agents? This is what I kept thinking. Gosh darn, if we give the agents the ability to have all these videos on their site, and they get somebody who says, hey, I'm interested in accountant's liability or whatever it may be, how are they going to know all these? How are they going to know? I mean, there's a lot of complex. You can't know everything about everything. I guess I guess that's smartest ones of us. You just can't. It's just so much out there. The unique nature of these specialty coverages. You probably only maybe write a few accountants' liabilities, for example, maybe more, but some of them are really esoteric and hard to understand, and you probably wouldn't write more than one of those, but at least you're going to have it on your website, and that isn't all bad. Well, then I put it all together, and I said, why don't we develop a service that will give the agents an immediate understanding of the coverage or program, using the visual concept, of course. Then up we came with the PSV, the product selling video. And what is it? Well, it's a video that gives an overview of the coverage by the SMP, the people who are underwriting it, in more depth than was covered on the PKV, and that's the video that the customer sees, or the prospect. The PSV, the product selling video, shows the agencies how to make a proper submission. Oh my gosh, nobody ever told us that before. It provides a questionnaire that you might use in some of them. They're all going to be different a little bit, but inquiring information about the potential account. What do you really need to know? We'll show you that in just a second. Provides answers for typical questions that are asked by potential clients, because you're out there selling the first time or whatever, and you don't have an idea what they're going to be asking. Well, our general agency does, and get you some tips on how it works. So I put this PKV together, and I went to the Landy Agency, because John Torvey, I'll introduce him in just a minute, and Landy Agency has been working with us beautifully, and they have 2 of the first 4 videos, PKVs, product knowledge videos, on the Monday Morning Markets website and on agency websites now. There's more than 100 agencies right now, and it's growing very fast. Anyhow, so Landy has John Torvey as the Vice President of Marketing and Sales, and he has worked with me totally on all of this, been very, very helpful, and he is the one who began to put together the whole thing. Well, he has put together. He's the interviewee and has been very, very helpful. He and I kind of came up with the product selling video, and that's what we have now, the product selling video. And so what I asked John to do this morning is just to tell us how this is going to help the agents. So having said that, John, it's your move.
Well, good morning, George, and thanks for having me on the show this morning. I think that this whole program is so important for retail agents when it comes to professional liability insurance. We know it's a little bit more complex than a lot of other types of insurance that are out there, and having your information available to the agents and to eventually the consumer to help them all make the right choices and understand what they're buying is really important. With our program for accountants professional liability insurance, it's something we have been doing since 1962, I think longer than anybody
Oh,
else in the
God.
United States. So it's something we know pretty well, and we have a program backed by an A-plus superior rated carrier. We're the exclusive national administrator for that program. We like to think that it has some special features that are helpful to the retail agents and the accounting professional. First of all, unlike some of our other competitors out there, we offer a full-blown broad coverage policy form, not just to larger CPA firms, but to mom and pops and smaller firms, CPAs, enrolled agents, tax preparers, and bookkeepers. Some companies will skimp down on coverage for a bookkeeper, a business, for example, where we're giving them a full-blown policy coverage form, the same as we might give to a CPA firm with 500 employees.
Right.
And there's some nice features in terms of the actual coverage that everyone can see on our highlight page, embezzlement coverage, different ways to reduce your deductible in the event of a claim. And one of the things that we're very proud of is that we have a free and confidential legal hotline where clients, even if they're coming through a retail agent or a wholesale agent, they still have access to this free and confidential legal hotline to get assistance and advice. And we have an exclusive risk management seminar where clients can obtain sample professional letters, read white papers, get industry updates, and also get free CE credits for not only the owners but for the staff as well.
So everything you're telling me now is on the product selling video, explaining
Absolutely.
it. You're not like this particular coverage. It's a number of pages that, because I've seen it, it's very much in depth. It's amazing. So you go over this, and the product knowledge videos are not an hour or two or three. They're not that long, but there's good solid stuff in there. I thought that
Absolutely.
I thought your this I want to show is in there. When I saw this, I thought this is the neatest idea. Tell about it.
Well, one of the things we're most proud of is our express application process, and this is a streamlined 9-question application. We call it a self-rater because the coverage options and deductible options and the prices are right on the form. So if the client answers 9 questions true, they're automatically qualified for the coverage. They pick their coverage option and pricing on page 2 of this application, and they're done pretty much. Write the check and we send out the policy. What's important for our listeners to understand is that the prices shown here include prior acts coverage. So if the accounting professional or firm currently has prior acts coverage, we'll pick that up at no additional cost. Claim expenses are outside the policy limits, and most cool, we think, is that there's a 2-year policy option here, so the client can actually lock in their premium and coverage for 2 years, still pay 1 year at a time. This is really important for startup firms, for example, who don't have a lot of cash flow, and they can lock in their premium for a couple of years and still pay only the first year and then the second year upon renewal. If there's a claim, there's still guaranteed coverage. So the 2-year policy option is so effective and important for small firms, new firms, and other ways to avoid a premium increase that may come due to increased revenues.
You covered that very well on the product selling video too. I learned a lot. I was just amazed at some of these prices. They're very, very low, I think. I mean, I was really looking for prices twice that or more. I don't know why. I just had it in my gut. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well, they're competitive certainly, and combined with the coverage and the risk management features and all the things that really go into this package, it makes for really an attractive policy option for our clients.
right, but if they can't get on that, then you take them here.
Sure, sure. Just because someone doesn't qualify for the express application doesn't mean they don't qualify for the coverage. They would complete our standard application, which is more of a traditional insurance application. Firms that are bigger with larger revenues or doing more complex tax practices or audits or those kind of things may not qualify for the express application but can gain coverage using the standard application. The policy forms are the same. Just for the smaller firms, we try to give them a streamlined access to coverage.
Yeah, that's good. And the standard application is there's a lot there. I looked at it, I realized it's something you really need to explain and show them. But I would feel a lot better. And then you ended up with ideas, tips, things they could ask. And I thought that's terrific, because that's going to help that agent. Because the agent, agent might have 8 or 10 or 12 or 100 producers, and different producers going to get it every time, and that's vital too, because all those guys are just not going to know. You have any last thoughts on it, on this concept, John?
Well, I think again, George, your concept is really valuable to the agents, especially like you said, if they're not selling a lot of professional liability or E&O insurance. But even if they are, it's important to know what's available with the carriers, where the good programs are, and who's supporting their effort out on the street every day. And certainly the Landy Agency has been doing that for quite a long time, and we look forward to our continued work with Monday Morning Markets.
Well, that's great. You're going to be doing one for real estate agents, Arizona Missions, right?
Yeah.
We've done that one too. We'll be having this on there. And John, I want to thank you and Landy very much. So let's kind of put together. If you want to see and hear how you can access this, go back to the Monday morning email, the one you got this morning. Under the link where you checked in, you're going to see how agencies will be able to access each of those product knowledge videos for every coverage or program. There's actually three. You'll see it, but there are 3 columns. The first column is what is the coverage, this particular coverage, and that would be John's product knowledge video. The center section, click on it, and that's Landy. It'll drop down and have their home page, their website, or whatever on they want to do. Any PKV can do anything you want to right there. And then the third is the product selling program, and that's great too. The first column, the second column, and the third column, and that's what's there. And so you'll be able to do it. Take a look at it. Go back, and then of course, when you eventually, you, Mr. Agent, Miss Agent, sign up for territorial exclusivity. That's a hard word for me. Only one agent is going to be appointed for every 200,000 population. I won't go there now, but this is all part of a webinar that we'll be having that we'd like to invite you to, and that'll be in another few weeks here, another week or so, but the date's not important because this will be out for a long, long time. But under the links, you'll find a registration for that. And we want you to have this early opportunity so you can reserve your territory. Again, I keep coming back to that, free to agents. So go back there and register for it. We've already got a good sign up for it, and that's great. And very soon, I'm guessing that before Christmas, we'll have maybe, I hopefully think 250, 300 agencies. I realize that's a lot, but we're on our way to 1,600, and that's how many there are in the United States if you divide the United States by 200,000. No cost. It gives you your client base hundreds of specialty markets. Goodbye, Geico. And it leaves the direct writers in the dust because they aren't even aware of what's going on these things. They don't have them. They can't have them, because they operate, out of a sales office generally, and that's a good thing for you. So let me urge you again, agents, you don't have to be a huge agent to be on this thing, to have your territory and not have any competitors down the way. Go in there, register now, sign up, and we'll go from there. And here, as we end, are people, and you know who these are? These are, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but these are people who just bought their territories and they got them. They're thrilled. Isn't that great? So that's the program. John Tarvia, thank you, and Landy again for your constant help with us. And it's been a great thing, and I hope agents will utilize this before they go out and make these big sales, which they're going to do right from their websites. And in that case, they're going to be back with me on Monday morning again. And you. Thanks again.